you guys messaged me, you messaged the group and was like, we go to 10. And I was deep into painting some Space Marines, for the Emperor.
What chapter?
Dark Angels. That's gonna be
Right.
my new one. I'm gonna be honest. So like in the group I'm kind of part of up here with all my buddies, everyone has the Space Marine chapter that they play as, and then everyone has like a Xeno that they play as. So I was asked like, hey Josh, it's been like a few years of them trying to get me to fucking play, right? Just for those at home listening now, I'm talking about geeky stuff, talking about Warhammer 40K right now, okay?
Yes.
Nerds.
The far future, there is only war.
I love the lore of it. It's the best.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful.
They were like, all the guys were talking about, like, oh, we're gonna start playing this campaign type thing, and they're like, everyone has a Space Marine chapter, everyone has Xeno, and I was throwing around orcs, of course, just because they're fun, and then I realized as the older guy in the group, right, I felt it was my duty as a gentleman to play Tyranids. I felt like I was in that stage in my life that it was time to amass biomass. The group did not like that idea at all. I was like, I said, I'm in that gentleman's era of Warhammer for me. I think Tyranids is for me, guys.
I've had 8 Tyranid armies over the years.
Jeez.
Loved Tyranids.
They're cool, man. They're cool.
Yeah. Ian has a Raven Lord's army.
Oh, nice.
Raven Lord's chapter, I mean.
Nice.
Nice.
I can only imagine. I've seen some of the Tyranids that you've painted over the years. Just a few. I can only imagine your Tyranids.
I got hardcore, man. I was butchering. I literally butchered $180 toy so I could turn it into a big Tyranid to use in like epic scale. That was when Epic
yeah.
It was like not Epic, Armageddon.
Yeah, Armageddon.
That's when Armageddon first came out. And so I was using it like Armageddon scale, just 3,000 point model by itself.
What was the toy?
Enormous.
What was the sacrificial toy?
It was a Kaiju toy from Japan. So I turned it. I turned it with using other toys and all this stuff. Like I used a bunch of hydralisks, chopped up a bunch of Starcraft hydralisks, and used their big giant Sith claws on it. And
so the first time you fielded that,
worth into it. Just this one model.
Randy is Sid from Toy Story.
Oh yeah. My first time hearing about like Randy's like chopping up toys, his workshop. I thought everyone was joking about it. I thought like, oh, Randy's going into the bathroom to chop up some stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then like I went in there because you were in there for a while. I was like, what is he doing? And you were hunched over the bathtub with a bunch of action figures that were just mangled. Like it was a serial killer's. Like I walked into Dexter's kill room and he was putting together stuff. And he had the gas mask on because, he had all the glue and stuff. And he's like,
There's some legit people doing it online and stuff now, like channels and stuff that have custom. They're talented.
Yeah, they do some cool stuff.
I spent the entire pandemic making my dinosaurs out of my action figure collection. I chopped up my entire action figure collection and repurposed the entire thing. I now have like 52 custom action figures, that are about that big each.
I every time I've come down and looked at the dinosaur collection that's on the shelves, I'm like, I forget about dinosaurs until I come down and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he made every single one. Dude,
some of those figures are worth like $100 or more, and I cut them to pieces.
Do you have
I look back on that and I'm like, what in the hell was I thinking?
Do you have any of the DC figures you used to have?
Nope.
Dinosaurs now.
Nope. Yeah, what I had left was dinosaurs now. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have all my Batman, but that's all. Like I sold my Green Lanterns and all the others, but I kept.
That was the one hurt the most when I sold my Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
Because I had an enormous, like I think I had like almost 200 figures. They were just different lanterns.
Yeah. You didn't have the Gene Simmons Sinestro quarter. You made fun of me for making that one.
Yeah, we'll come back around to dinosaurs at the end of the podcast. I think I have a fun, kind of want to talk about that a little bit, just as a funny end of the podcast story. But
okay.
Yeah. But welcome everyone to the 40 in Tennessee podcast. Thank you for enduring our nerdy talk in the beginning of this. I'm Josh here with Randy in Houston. Today's topic, we're actually going to talk about the convention the entirety of the time. You're not just going to get an ad at the very end. We're actually going to talk about like why we did this, and I think we've talked about this kind of,
sort of, yeah, here and there,
yeah, over it. And honestly, like this all stems from Randy. So like, when did you like attend a Bigfoot conference and then was like at some point like way early on and then like walked away, but then like I could do something cooler?
You want to know the honest truth?
Yeah, I do.
I've never been to a Bigfoot con, aside from ours.
Okay.
I've never been to the Smoky Mountain one. I've never been to any of the other ones that were close to Tennessee. Houston has just as much, behind all this, the origin of this, because he came to me and was like, if you were to do this, what would you do? And it was just kind of like a thought, project, really.
Well, I mean,
I'd want to do it kind of like this. And later on, he was like, hell, let's do it and just try to see if it works out.
Well, I remember Randy always saying, he's like, dude, they're popping up all around us, and we're the field researchers in this region. Like, we need to be the ones to do it rather than somebody else. And so, yeah, it finally was like a conversation of like, okay, what would we do if it was, we done our own?
Yeah. That like, and I remember like through the years of like, since I started like squatching, with Randy, it always kind of came up of like, could we do, I know it was, I'm not going to say it, but the secret project. We always kind of talked about the secret project, which will be announced later. But like, that was always kind of the topic. And me and Randy had done a lot of time working at Dragon Con over the years. And being part of that con scene. And I'll say Dragon Con spoiled, because Dragon Con was my first convention.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was my first convention, and I was so spoiled by that. I would go to I remember going to another convention when I came back up north, and I was like, oh, let me go to a con here. And then like having it being so small, like the cons up here are a lot smaller and stuff. I was like, there's not enough to do. How is there 3 days worth of stuff? With Dragon Con's like 5 days. And you won't do everything. You can't.
No. Nope, not if you try.
Yeah.
What year did y'all start going to Dragon Con?
My very first year was 1993, I think.
Okay, well, crap. That's way back there.
But I mean, it was nothing like what it is now. It was tiny back then.
That's what I was going to bring up. When I went, I think there were 2 hotels, and now it's every hotel downtown.
Pretty much downtown. Yeah.
It's the entirety of downtown. I started going in 2011. That was my first one with you guys. We did security for the art show.
Yep.
I look back at memories of that and it was like, how did we survive that convention? Because none of us had a hotel room, but yet we had a first floor or a second floor hotel room in the Hyatt for the entirety of it.
All because of Darcy.
Yeah, a friend of ours.
Yep, friend of ours.
She
was like, if you guys want to crash on the floor, you can. Yeah. We're like,
cool. Thanks. Yeah, I just remember sleeping there most of the time, and the rest of the time we were just bopping around partying, and then we'd just be on shift, hung over
Oh yeah.
like
That was
crazy. That was a rough one.
oh yeah.
Um,
I remember times literally being in the art room with the comic book, artists and just looking over at like the enthusiasm all these people have, and I'm just like, I hate all of you. I'm so just hungover and tired.
I was not a good influence at that con. Just coming out of the military, where it's just like, this is party time, and I remember we'd be like, we got to get some sleep. And we go back to the room. Like, you guys got 2 hours to sleep, and then we're back up and we're doing stuff.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm like, get some food in you. You'll be fine.
One of those days, I remember we actually went in there, laid down to go to sleep, and then Darcy and them started talking to us about what did you guys get into, and we started talking about our stupid, hijinks, and literally by the time we stopped talking about it, it was getting time to get up and go back to work.
Because they came in from partying as we fell asleep.
Didn't you have a name for it? Like you named it something specific where you just crashed in some hotel room.
Oh, it's called Jabba's Palacing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
I can't do that anymore. You just get so sick.
Yeah, he invited me back then, and I couldn't do it back then. So I probably could have met you 10 years ago.
Oh, you could have, yeah. Yeah. No, so like when Randy had mentioned like doing a convention, he's like, how would you feel about if like I think you just came to me and you're like, if I do this, will you be part of it? And I was like, absolutely, 100%. And at first I was like, it's just an idea. We'll see where it goes. And I remember you messaging me about Houston. And I'm like, okay, I don't know who this guy is. And like he'd be like, we're gonna get this put together and stuff. I'm like, all right. And then when it was like a couple months out, you were like, hey, do you have your plane ticket? And I was like, oh, this is happening.
Like, this is for real, yeah.
For the first year of the con, I was like, okay. Oh, sorry, I got the rice cooker going off.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was on my end for a minute.
I thought it was a fire alarm somebody's going off.
So I remember like being like, this is happening. I guess this is happening. And yeah, it just came down. I didn't really know what I was expecting for that.
I mean, when we went, looking at at Fall Creek Falls originally. At Fall Creek Falls originally to about doing it up there. And
I wish we could.
It didn't work out. They wanted crazy amounts of money for food, and we didn't need, and all this kind of stuff.
There was a lot of like extra fees that were like, we don't need that for the convention. We're gonna try to do the X, Y, and Z, and they're like,
no, just surprisingly, like after that, when we went to go talk to the next place, Montgomery Bell, it was just things started falling into place really fast.
Let's talk about like it all fell in place, like especially the location, especially Montgomery Bell that first time. That like fondest memories, first con at that gorgeous location was so good.
Yeah, it was a gorgeous place. Yeah.
But like
I do want to say real quick, the reason why we even picked this stuff, I mean, Fall Creek Falls is semi-close to where a lot of activity is, and then also Montgomery Bell. I mean, they have stories there of what was it? I can't remember the name of that.
The Werewolf of Montgomery Bell.
Okay.
And the
I thought it was something Springs.
No, that's Werewolf Springs. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where the Werewolf of Montgomery Bell comes from. Yeah.
So we were trying to pick locations that like had significant, reportings around there to kind of, instead of just going to like Gatlinburg or Nashville, a big city that, you have to travel to. It's like, no, we're going to try to put you right into where a lot of stories come from. So that's why we picked those specific things.
Yeah. Put you in the heart of it where we go out to.
Yeah.
Be in the area, which was a funny, just side story that happened because we had Hellbent Holler there, Jesse and Joe. Of course, they wanted to go out to Werewolf Springs at night. Something I remember they got geared up to do it. I think it was after the end of the con night, was it, or was it Friday night?
I think it was Friday night.
It was Friday night. I think because I remember sitting out front. And one of the greatest memories of the convention was just sitting out front of Montgomery, that hotel, with all the guests. Had like Ron, Martin, Chester was out there, Hellbent Holler, like Janice Carter, and like and just like soaking that up, everyone's
Yeah.
just talking about it. All
That
the
was a
subject
good
matter.
vibe, beautiful hotel. Like it was. That was one of the best parts of the entire con.
Yeah. Um, and then
And
Jesse and Joe were like, we're gearing up to go out there. And like they were inviting people to go, but it was getting late, and I was like, I was gonna go, but then I'm like, if something kicks off, and I'm like, we have to get up early and get this going.
Yeah, you're
It's
not
like,
gonna be in bed till like 4 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, but like, cool story. I was out with Hellbent, but they went out there to go check it out, and the park had it
Yep.
shut down and had a cop there or a
Yep.
park ranger like waiting for them. Was like, I knew you guys would be coming.
Yeah. They didn't want anybody going out there and bringing a big group and all this stuff, and so
Yeah,
I got denied.
yeah. They were on to us, guys. They were on to us.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, the hotel
And the
stuff.
next morning they played the werewolf, Springs video.
Yeah,
yeah, that's something you should mention. 2 days, our first convention, we did it 2 days.
That's right.
And the night before.
Yeah.
So we had the dinner the night before with Ron Moorhead.
Oh yeah, we did the VIP dinner with Ron. That was fun. Very quiet. I didn't know what that was supposed to be. I'm gonna be full transparent. When we got in there, I was like, should we be entertaining the guests? Like,
I thought that he was going to, but that I don't know. I think
Ron just ate.
Yeah, I kind of thought somebody was going to get up and start talking about stuff, but nobody ever did. So everyone seemed to,
3 con runners were like, someone should say something, but none of us did.
We were learning.
Yeah, first con, growing pains. I do want to a big shout out to Montgomery Bell. Like the staff there, like the hotel got like so behind us with everything. Like you said, they put up the Werewolf Springs like video on a loop in the conference room and made their own like little exhibit for guests to go into. They put out like all their Bigfoot merch that they had out to the front.
Yep.
All the staff were coming down and checking out stuff. We were giving them free admittance.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah, they were pretty disappointed that we didn't go back the second year, but like pretty sure they made it to where it wasn't going to work. Like they changed quite a bit of policy, and we were just like, guys, we can't.
Yeah, I forget what the policy change was. That was just like, we can't go there again.
Yeah, part of the policy change was they made it where it was mandatory that you had to reserve 20. I think it was 25, 20 or 25 rooms. And it was like, good God, man, I can't promise that we could fill that money up.
Yeah.
Well, and the same thing when we was at Fall Creek Falls. I mean, they wanted us, they required us to feed everybody at their hotel, and like we had to pay up front. And I'm like, guys, like we can't do that. Like again, this is the first time we done it. We didn't know what was going to be expected.
We don't know how it's going to go, guys.
We don't know if anybody wants to stay at the hotel and eat. Like it was just still, I don't think I would do it. But they asked a lot for
Yeah, they had a mandatory $2,500 food fee. That was just like crazy.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that have to turn that down, not knowing what their event is going to bring.
Is that because they do a lot of weddings out there and stuff?
Oh yeah, they do tons of weddings at Fall Creek Falls.
Yeah, I can only imagine that. But it's like, you can't have a wedding deal for everything that comes in, that wants to like run something.
Yeah.
But yeah, Montgomery Bell was amazing. I love that we got to do it our first year there. Sucks that we weren't able to go back, but honestly, having it in the like heart of McMinnville, like right there, is like I think better. I like being in the town, and the civic center, the community center, is really nice, and also it allowed us to expand the vendor room, because I thought our vendor room the first year was awesome until we did the second year.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was like, this is a vendor hall. This is a big vendor.
That we're skipping ahead, but like
I know we are.
The second year, it was. I remember like one of my best friends, Jacob, that we talk about sometimes, comes in and he's like, dude, you guys really have a con here. He's like, I didn't know what to expect. And it was like, again, I mean, how many tables did they have? It was over 50.
56.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just on the bottom floor. Like that was impressive. Just seeing like everybody in there. It was like, oh yeah, like somehow we done this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came together. But Randy, so you're the main person that got our guest list. Well, how nerve-wracking was that to like cold
Well,
email?
It's not too bad.
You knew
I
some
know
of these
most
people.
people, involved. So
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember specifically what he was saying about this. So he was messaging people, and it seems like you was nervous about it, but I remember you being like, dude, everybody's saying yes. Like I expected I was gonna have to like, talk more people into this. He said, but nobody's told us no.
yeah,
And I don't think anybody really has since. There's been some people have to cancel, but it's been pretty easy. Like when you tell these people that you'd like to have them there, like they're honored by it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, absolutely."
yeah. We've had one guy that I've tried to get as a guest at the first year and the second year, and I even talked to him about next year or no third year, all 3 years, and he has refuted it every time. That's the only guy who's
Is that
not
that douchebag writer?
No, it's
No.
not that writer. This is a Bigfoot person.
Gotcha.
I think I know who you're talking about. I'm not gonna say his name. But that also is one of the things I was like, I don't even know.
And Les Stroud. Les Stroud also didn't.
That was like a scheduling thing, right?
That was a scheduling.
He was gonna come, right? He was.
Right, but he said his schedule was too full. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to have him.
They did tell us to keep him in mind for future stuff. So
yeah, I definitely want to get him there. That was the one thing I was like, I didn't even know where to start with that. That's how that's how I found my role in this. It's just like I when I show up, it's showtime. When it's showtime.
Well, that was part of the whole. I when I come to you and was like, dude, you need to be a part of this. Like the only other person I know that's got as much con experience as me as you.
That's fair.
And on top of that, with going into the nerd stuff, running a LARP events is hurting kittens.
Mm.
And I figure if you can do that, you can do this.
Yeah, a lot of it has translated over.
Yep.
Funny enough,
significantly well. Like
yeah, being able to handle a lot of people and entertain a lot of people.
It was funny how you mentioned like he kept like bringing my name up. Like I do vaguely remember him bringing yours up. That yeah, he would be there to help and blah blah blah. But then the day of, dude, I was so grateful you were there because again, like everything just starts. It's hard. If it was just 2 people, it would have been rough.
Yeah.
And dude, you just like perfectly went in there.
It would have if one of us, if you removed one of us, one of us from the, it would have not worked.
Yeah, we weren't able to. We kept each other in check the whole time, both years.
Yeah,
because it's a lot. I mean, there's times these last 2 years, especially after last year when we finished, it was like, oh, this is like 3 of us doing this.
Yeah,
and like
no sponsors. Also, like I always am like, I'm proud of that. It sucks. It hurts. It's scary.
it is scary,
but it's cool in the end where you're like, yeah, dude, somehow we done this.
I mean, we always talk about, that's always the big discussion, was like advertising for the con is way more difficult than I thought it would be. Because you don't know what's gonna stick.
Nope.
You guys did the billboard the first year in the center of McMinnville at the
It was the second con, but the first year in McMinnville, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you do it? Oh, okay. You did it for last year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You did it for last year. I like that a lot of people saw it and they were like, I saw your billboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they did. It was cool. Like all of my friends were like, oh, that's y'all. That's cool. Like I still just don't.
You were like, I ain't seeing your tickets.
Yeah. The first year, I think we were on 102.9 The Buzz. There was a
Yeah.
Facebook post.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think of what else. What else did we do? Do you remember, Randy?
How did you get Ted Nugent involved the first year?
Oh, that's through Chester.
That was through Chester.
Chester is really good friends with Ted Nugent.
Wait a minute, I don't even know this story.
I know
How was
Chester's like, I know he's like hunting and fishing, so I can see that.
Chester does that. Oh my God! See, I feel like I'm a horrible friend because I don't remember the name of it right off the top of my head.
What his dark
yes,
woods?
the wildlife rescue stuff he does for kids for
yes,
special kids stuff. He talked about that the first year about wanting to see if we could find a kid somewhere up here that was like special needs that was into Bigfoot, and we actually, weirdly enough, got an email just randomly a few days after that, after he brought it up, from a family that was like, "Hey, I've got a special needs kid, and he's all about Bigfoot," and so it worked.
Is that the first year?
Yep, first year. Yep. But so
he was there last year as well, right?
Yeah, he came. They came last year too.
Yep, they're coming this year too.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool. He's become a huge fan of Chester. The little kid has. But the Chester went and got a bunch of stuff from Ted Nugent signed for the kid. Which is like the weird, in a way, for like, generationally speaking, like that's a weird thing to get when you're, I guess, a 12-year-old special needs kid is Ted Nugent stuff. But
yeah, in like 2023.
Awesome. Yeah.
This is the first time that I've even heard this story. I didn't know Ted Nugent had anything to do with this.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Totally.
This is proof again that like we just all go our separate ways and just like putting out fires, and we have no clue what the other one's doing.
I remember Randy messaging me about it. He's like, "Yo, how do you feel about like Ted Nugent in a charity thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, if he's willing to like do that." I was like, "That." Sorry.
I mean, I remember the Chester and all that. I just didn't know Ted Nugent was involved. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I don't like Ted Nugent anymore. He's kind of a douchebag now.
There was part of me that thought. There was part of me that thought that Ted Nugent was going to be at the con to meet the kid for a minute. There was a point.
That'd have been wild.
I thought he was coming to the con. The way Randy initially explained it to me, I was like, "We're gonna have fucking Ted Nugent at this convention." It's like, I was like, "That's wild." That's real wild, man.
Yeah. That would have been.
I'm glad I didn't tell anyone that. It's like, dude, we're gonna have Ted Nugent there.
You look really dumb.
Yeah. People were like, "Where's the picture with Ted Nugent, dude?" Just me with Ron Moorhead, Martin Groves. I'll just say Barton Nunley was that. Like, that's Ted Nugent. I'm gonna tell my kids that's Ted Nugent. So.
God, I never thought about it, but Barton is a lot like Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Houston, going back a little bit, when you posed that question to Randy, like if you could do this, like how would you do it? Like how, like, did you have an idea of like wanting to run a convention in general, or was it just Randy mentioning stuff? And it was just mentioning that they're popping up.
Me and Randy have talked about multiple different things throughout the years.
Oh yeah.
Some I can't talk about that would have us leaving the country and coming back.
The same.
Yeah. I've tried for years to get Randy to write a book. Just different stuff like that. I mean, just again, friends just hanging out and throwing out ideas. And so with this one, I don't know, man. Like I'm trying to remember back. Like I will say, at the time, my construction business was like doing very well, and so it's like, oh, this is fun. Like this isn't going to break the bank if we lose or whatever money on this. And so I was like, well, we can try it. But again, I don't remember. Like there is nothing special about a convention that's like, oh, I want to do this project. It was just like probably what Randy was most excited about at the time, and I'm like, we can try it.
Trust me, if I could go back and show 12-year-old Josh, be like, guess what? You're gonna be running a Sasquatch convention. Yeah, Bigfoot convention. Like, what?
You're like, yeah, what? I'd be doing that if I was a little kid. Like, what?
Like, what are you
I still do that now. Like, I'm in denial. People ask me, and they're like, "Aren't you involved in that?" I'm like,
Yeah, aren't you the Bigfoot guy?
"Kinda."
Yeah, you are. You can't shrug it off now. Like, you run a Bigfoot convention. You jumped in.
That's what the Milner Recreation Center calls him, is the Bigfoot guy.
Maybe you're the Tennessee Bigfoot man.
No.
I'm good with that. Like, he could be the Bigfoot guy now.
You just passed it on. You just passed it to Houston.
You're the person that didn't want it.
Yeah.
That's how it works. That's how you earn the title.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be called that. No, I loved. So the second year, was there any other options other than the Milner Center?
Oh yeah. We looked at a lot.
We drove around, looked at a couple of different state parks, other state parks, and then decided that the one here in town was just, suited all of our needs, really.
Mm.
So I remember too, that was when work did get rough right after interest rates went up, COVID and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
And I started working at Lowe's. And so I told Randy, I was like, I probably need something closer to home rather than Montgomery Bell, which was what, 3 hours from us?
About 2 hours, yeah.
I forgot that it was a 2-hour ride out there.
Yeah. So that was some of it where it's like, hey, let's try to figure out something closer. But yeah, we was going to Manchester, Tullahoma. I don't know where. Like, we made a big road trip that full day, just going to all kinds of different places.
And everyone just had their places were too small for what we were looking for.
And we still wanted to do it outside, really, because, well, or not so much outside as in, like, again, the vibe of Montgomery Bell, everyone was saying that was one of the top things about our convention. That was just awesome. Like, the vendors loved it. Everybody was like, hey, the setting or venue was the best part. And so we were trying to not get too far from that. But again, we like walked around the Civic Center and it was like the price, the space and everything. It's like, it's right here next to home. Like, we'll try it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I liked it just being in town, just being able to like, all right, let's head over there. We could walk, bop back and forth. Montgomery Bell had the issue that like there was a few moments during the first con that like we needed to get some. We needed to leave site to get something, and it was like we were saying earlier, it's like you can't remove one of us from the situation.
Yeah,
We had to get one of the vendors like SOs to like do like a run for us back to town.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah,
the town was 7 miles away.
We had this panic moment. It was like, well, you go. Well, like, I can't go. Well, you can't go. It's like we both have to stay.
See, and I'm not even aware of all of that happened.
Really?
Well, we were like, you need to definitely stay because you and Kayla were running the tickets and the front, and it was like Randy was like, you need to go, and then he realized he was like, you can't go because if there's a technical thing that happens, you have to be here, and I was like, you need to be here because you handle all our guests.
Who went? What was your friend's name?
It was Mel's friend.
Hero.
Hero went to go get water.
Hero went.
Yeah, Hero went for us.
Yeah, I remember we have a list of things now, which is simple stuff of like pins, tape, water. It's like you didn't think about this stuff at the time. Like I had a yellow tote of like lanyards, and I knew to get cash and stuff to have change. Like I had some of that figured out, but again, just the things you don't think of, like tape,
markers, just a couple notebooks, like just.
Yep.
We now know about batteries.
Both years that happened. Yeah, the technical issues of year 2 was a stressful point.
Oh yeah.
That stressed me out.
Jesse was actually talking about that. I think last night.
She needs to not talk about that.
No, she was talking. What she was talking about was that apparently, because they're going to be doing the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot conference. Next weekend, right, or this coming weekend, and they basically are doing a presentation because they said they've changed the way they do their presentation because apparently every con they've ever been to, when it gets to Jesse, for whatever reason, the mic doesn't want to work. And she's like, it happened at Cryptid Con up in Louisville, Kentucky. It happened at our con. It happened. So we're not the only ones it's happened to, thank God.
It's her fault. It's not ours.
Yeah, she's an occultist, man. You know,
you gotta tell her, good way. She needs to bring her own mic then. All right, Jesse, you gotta bring her.
That was one of those situations where it's like, there is nothing we are going to be able to do. You just got to roll with it. And
yeah,
she's going to have to speak loud. And I mean, like, I know a lot of her presentation had sound, but it was just like,
she was able to do it though the second year real well, just because that room reverberated and Jesse projects very well. So
yeah, she does.
And we were able to get the batteries up and running. So the other part was like, we never tested for the mic running and then audio coming from the computer and where that came from. So there was like, in the midst of their presentation, I was trying to like fix that. And then anytime I touched the wire, the speaker would just go like screech. So I'm up there, Jesse's on the stage, I'm like kneeled down next to the speaker trying to like fiddle with this to get sound. And every so often it's just like like I'd just be like, look over at the audience and be like, sorry. Like,
God,
that's the thing too. Like, the guys, the whole crew that is there at the Civic Center, they're good guys, but like they're not equipped.
Oh, they were not ready for us.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were not ready for some of the requests I had for like audio equipment and stuff.
And again, it's a city ran thing, so it's like the people that are usually there are off on the weekends, which is, of course, we're there on a Saturday. They're off because they're city employees.
Yeah.
And so, like, they're texting their boss, and the boss, like, didn't want to be bothered, but was trying to help through just, text. Oh, and then, yeah. I can go on.
Look, the staff at the Milliner Center bent over backwards for us to help us out. They were great.
That one.
Yeah.
That old lady who made us move the food trucks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not nice to her when I go in there.
So the food trucks were supposed to be out front, right? And then we moved them to the side. Was that
no one? Okay, so like the other times that I have seen like festivals or just like craft fairs there, they're always out front.
Yeah.
So when we got there, I kind of asked, and the people were like, "Well, we don't know." And I'm like, "Okay, well, this is where I've seen them before. Can we put them there?" One guy said yes. And then the other one,
you're the one I'm listening to.
Yeah. So the other one, I think she came in maybe 30 minutes later, and she's probably in her mid-70s. She was pitching a fit. And like, it doesn't have, like, she is so old, man, she can't even hear when you're like trying to talk back to her. And I'm sitting here trying to like talk to her and have this argument about like, hey, that's where they told us to go. And she's like, oh no, that's a fire lane. You've got to move all that. And we ended up having to tell them to go to the other side of the building. But the people at first were mad. One specifically who was like mid set up, she was mad. But then I had to talk, like, she gave me the phone, and it was her boss who was going off on me. And I'm sitting here having to get chewed out on the phone. I don't even know if you guys know that.
No, I don't.
I didn't know that at all.
I didn't know about that.
So I'm sitting here getting chewed out, and I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry. Like, we're upset too. This is the place we're at is telling us to do this. It's not us changing anything on you.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to the other side of the building. We have to keep doors open right there, which later becomes the problem because people are coming in on that side thinking,
because the pool was open.
Yeah, they just are coming up here to the food trucks and then going in and seeing a big craft fair. And there's no telling how many people came up to me and saw that we were selling tickets and was like, "Oh, I didn't know we had to pay." And I'm like,
"Are you serious
right now?" Yeah, dude.
That's
multiple
why we put
times.
Security over there. We had Big Josh. That's why we had to station him over there, because we're like, look for badges, like direct them.
We've got a few volunteers this year, supposedly. So
yeah. I know.
I actually had one of the authors actually asked me, messaged me ahead of time and was like, "Will I have a volunteer to watch my table? If I need to go to the bathroom or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, we can work that out."
Yeah. Oh, you know, vendors have.
It makes me feel more legit that we've got like authors that are like, I need a volunteer, you know, because that's
like,
what it was in the artist alley.
Yeah, I've ever always. Hey, you need to go sit at such and such booth while they go to lunch.
Yep.
That's how I made friends with so many artists
Yeah.
at the at art show that I'm still friends with. My house
Todd,
is adorned with art from them.
Todd Lockwood became like Love's Gage.
Yeah.
Like it was always like, Gage, go get me a beer.
Was Gage of age at this time?
No, he was like 16.
Yeah. It's fucking wild times. Yeah, we got some more. Do we have some of the same food vendors as last year?
We have a lot more food vendors this year.
Oh, do we?
Are any of them the same though, or repeat?
Oh, yeah, we've got some of the same. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we've got more of everything this year.
The lemonade stand last year was delicious. They made those big lemonades.
Yeah,
those are so good.
I think they're coming back. I can't remember their name, but I think
had like 4 of those.
Nice.
I drank like 4 of those.
I think at one point I finally was able to break away and get some of the Mexican food, and then my dad brought in a 12-pack of crystals for everybody to share. I don't even know if you guys got any of that, but
I think I did. I got one of the burgers or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I got one of those. I got a bison burger off the meat.
Yeah.
Are they coming back?
No.
Okay, yeah. They were kind of jerks to me too. They were saying that they they were mad because we had multiple food trucks. They said, "Oh, we're down here at Daytona Bike Beacon, and we're usually the only ones, and like we sell out." And I'm like,
oh, people would have been pissed if there was only one food truck.
Yeah,
the lines were long.
Yeah, and it was variety too. Like there wasn't, just one type of food. So I thought it was good. But yeah, I guess she thought that she needed all the sales.
I know that the Mexican food truck is coming back for sure. I know that.
So are we able to park the trucks out front this year then?
So where they're supposed to be is, okay, you remember when you come in on the entrance, there is some grass right there on the left-hand side, and they said they can set up all right through there.
Oh, perfect.
So fingers crossed it doesn't rain, which it's rained every day this entire season.
Summer, yeah.
That is the last that I heard, is that's where they need to go.
Well, it is what it is. I think it will be fine. We'll hope for the blessings of Bigfoot in that.
Sasquatch up on the mountain doing rain dances.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you want to have a convention about me and not invite me?
Oh, he's going to be there this time.
Oh, yeah, he is going to be there. That's right.
We got the joke last year from me and Lauren driving down was like, if I can hit a Sasquatch, I'm going to throw him in the back of the car and kidnap him and be like, I got the honorary guest this year, guys. Help me get him out of the trunk. And yeah, the funny part about this con was after the first one, the amount of the guests being like, so next year, they were already like confirming the second year with us, and we kind of didn't even, we just like, yeah, of course, yeah, next year. We didn't even have a group discussion of like, so.
Yeah, I think I'm the one that jumped the bullet on that one. I remember Houston messaging me and being like, so we're having one this year. Because I posted something. I don't remember what it was. I think I posted something on.
I think you may be thinking about something else. That may be the secret project, which we can probably talk about by the time this episode comes out.
That's true.
Okay.
That's
because that I think you was like, oh yeah, next year, and I'm like, wait a minute, like we haven't done the first one at all.
Yeah, we could talk about the secret project.
We don't have to.
When is that? We're announcing that soon, right?
End of the month.
End of the month. That's getting announced.
But this will go live the 3rd, so people will know by now.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. So we can talk about it then. Cool. All right. Crap. What was I gonna say? It was something about the convention though. I mean, our big goal right now, just so people know, is like we're just trying to get the town behind us, the community behind us. I mean, we have the Bigfoot community behind us. I will say that. But just
Yeah.
getting the town of McMinnville to embrace the convention, which they I felt like they did last year. We had a lot of people coming out, just locals.
I think they saw how successful we actually were, and that has made them want to be, embrace it, because they were very positive with what they talked to, me and Houston about.
Yeah.
I love that. It'd be
I
great.
hear a lot of people too being like, "Oh yeah, I meant to go last year. Tell me what date it is." So it's like it is slowly getting out there, but
That it's
again,
happening. Yeah.
it's just always, uh, dude. This is something we can talk about too. So like the first year, we did break even, but like barely. I think we
Oh,
may have been like in the black $100 or something,
Hey,
which
but we're
doesn't
in the black.
include which doesn't include all of our drive time and everything else of like scouting and everything else. But then the second year, dude, it was terrifying. So
Oh, I
this is
remember you sweating bullets the day of the con because of
yeah,
tickets, or the night
and
before. The
again,
night before.
so yeah, I got to talk about that not specifically, but again, this is like the whole construction industry. It's like, oh, right now I can't afford to be out of anything. Like,
Yeah.
this is going to
Yeah.
hurt if I've got to, pay so many thousands of dollars just to host this thing. And it always happens that in the last week, so, and you probably do too now, Josh, but like me and Randy get emails when a ticket sells.
Oh, I
Do you
see
get
them.
those?
Yeah.
Okay. So watch it this year. If it's the same as the other ones, man, it was like you start getting, it's like on the week before, it'd be like one or two, and then like the next day is like three, and then five, and then like by the last night, like the night before of the convention, every 30 minutes it was just like bam, 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 and me and Randy were just like, "What is going on?" Which was awesome.
Yeah.
But again, we went into this thinking, "Oh crap, we screwed up." Like maybe this isn't the right venue, or whatever it was, it's not going to work out. And then even that next day, the cash sales that everybody come in, and again, we try to make it cheap, just $5 for people to come in and see the vendors.
Yeah. Chill
There
in
are
the
more
vendor
people
hall.
to see the speakers because like we pay for these guys hotels for multiple days.
Yeah.
We pay for traveling for some that are coming a long distance.
Yeah.
And so like those are more expensive. But the $5, man, like again, people just started coming in, and like we were just, blown away by the amount of people we had. I remember, what was it, 8 o'clock that we opened, and there was a line out the door,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
So
We let them in to start getting badges, and I was like, we got to shut the vendor hall. We're not open
Yeah.
yet. Like people were starting to go like, I'm like, you can't be in here yet.
I remember you coming out and you're like, I got people in my vendor hall and they shouldn't be in there yet.
I was like, get them out of my vendor hall. I got vendors setting up. They're still pulling stuff in. Yeah, years of Dragon Con set up and tear down, and it prepared me for that moment to run the vendor hall.
Yep.
But our vendors were great though. They were so excited to come in, and we had such a array of vendors. We had like the tattoo shop. We had Tree was there. We had the Gar's comic shop. We had all these Bigfoot guests. We had it was just like was Catman's mom there?
Yeah.
She
Bigfoot Crossroads Bakery. Yep.
Yeah,
She'll be there again this year.
Such good baked goods, by the way.
Oh man, she had it down, dude. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but what she had a whole stack of pies under her table. And so every time someone bought a pie, she would put another pie up there. So it always looked like she wasn't selling anything, which made all these people stop by to like look at her food and buy her food.
But she'd only keep like one or two of things out. So it always looked like they were either going fast. These items are going fast. So people were like, oh, probably good. There's only like one left. And they'd buy it. And then she whoop. It's very smart.
Yep. She knew what she was doing.
Who's the Sasquatch who makes the Sasquatch who made our Archie?
Kiss My Squatch.
Kiss My Squatch, yeah.
Yeah.
They were a big
Blair
hit.
Mark.
They were a big
Yeah, she'll
hit.
be there again. And she supposedly has a if I understand correctly based off some of her posts, she's sold several that she's going to be giving to the people there at the con. They're coming to the con to come get their squatches.
Oh, cool.
So
don't promise her you're going to buy one and then back out on her.
no, not.
Yeah.
Not if you want to ever stay in her good graces.
Yeah. No, I love those the little squatches. They're all unique. They're all got their own backstories, and they're kind of like,
has a chapter going there.
yeah, it's made like a cool, like almost a American Girl doll
Yeah,
Sasquatch type thing.
Sasquatch, yeah.
Um, I guess we can talk about let's because of the conventions and such, and like Randy has kind of talked about this a bit, and this is the secret project, everyone. We've mentioned this.
Yeah.
So next year, next spring, right? Spring, is it May?
April.
April. We
will be the first people on that campsite.
We are doing a Sasquatch or a Wildman camp out. We're going to have tickets on sale, very limited number, but we're going to do a full weekend and take you to our primary site. And allow you to go out there. We're going to have special guests. It's kind of a interactive mini Wildman con.
It's an expedition,
yep.
in a sense, yeah.
I don't know if I should mention who the guests are. Do we have confirmed who they?
Let's wait on that. We've got them confirmed, but we'll wait on that.
We have quite a few confirmed for it.
Well, that one we're gonna have to back out anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it overall, what we're doing is selling tickets, a limited number of tickets to go out with us. Kind of take you in the area, take you around. You can, if you're brave enough, go out on your own with a group. But
we'll be doing night
hikes. Yeah, we're going to be doing night hikes and all that. We're also going to have cool special events during the days. We're going to have guest speakers for you able to kind of do mini seminars with these special guests. These special guests are known people in the Bigfoot community, known researchers, and you'll be going out in the field with them to actually research, hit the site. This will be some of their first times to our site as well.
Yes.
So this
is a site where we've had there's been multiple eyewitness sightings at the site. There's been even more people hearing audio, wood knocks, vocalizations. Going into the dozens of incidences just in this one area.
And we have kind of a cool, unique location for it, our primary site.
We do.
We have a very awesome campground. So you'll have a bed. You'll have cabins, and your cabin and bed is going to be right on the wood line where these encounters have happened to others.
They have been seen by multiple people going up to the cabins.
Yep.
Over the years.
This is that location I talked about that when I first went to it at the end of our 10-day camp out there, when it was just like me, Randy, Gatto, and a few others, that we found all the writing on the cabin walls. This is that location. So you'll be able to read those encounters that have been written on the cabin walls as well if you're staying in them.
Yeah.
But it's a great, gorgeous site. Huge mess hall, but we're going to do dinners, some movies.
Dinner and a movie.
Dinner and a movie. We're going to do campfire, probably some s'mores, have some drinks, share some stories.
Campfire tales.
Yep. With these special guests. And then we're going to take you out. We're going to take you deep out into Squatch country.
Yep, where they're living.
And we're hoping that we can give someone their first encounter. Like, honestly.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm excited for that one. Scared and excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be different.
It's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Scared how?
Just that when it's just us going and doing this stuff, it's easy to kind of operate, right? And do what we're doing, like going out there. Like, I know how Randy's, operates and how you operate. So like when we're out there, we kind of all know the game plan if some shit happens.
Yeah.
Now, if we tack on 40 people, that's where I'm like, what's gonna get going on? How how to handle this? Because I like Randy had mentioned, like we've done LARPs and stuff, but like it's same but not.
No, I'm
Well,
scared of that too. I just didn't know if we was on the same page.
Yeah, I mean
Randy is too. Randy told me the other day, he's like, I'm getting nervous about this. Like it's just something new.
it is that I think that's what it is. Is like we've never really shared it on this scale. Like
Yeah.
we're kind of this is like every Bigfoot researcher. We're just like, this is our area. Like this is
yeah, for sure.
so it's like I mean, the other thing was like when Randy was getting the legal forms done up, and there's a certain section in there just being like, hey, you're putting yourself in possible danger with an encounter with a Sasquatch/Bigfoot, and it may not go well.
Yeah.
And like and actually having a legit lawyer have to type up that type of
Yeah.
Now, just so everyone knows, we've done this a bunch in this area. There's never been any like aggressive encounter in this area.
Never. We've been there. We've been going there over 10 years now with activity. We've had vocalizations at us. We had one. The closest thing I would ever say was aggressive was there was one instance with me and Gato where we heard a scream, but it was a couple hundred yards away. It wasn't like close, and I never took it as it was necessarily at us. You know what I mean? As if we were just hearing it. We just happened to be in the area and hear it.
Yeah.
But no, we've never had any kind of really aggressive. I say that they have literally downed trees over the trail, one of our primary trails, so that we cannot use that trail anymore. So, which I guess could be construed as aggressive, as you know.
Yeah.
They're changing the environment to say fuck off.
There's right in the entrance of that trail is a great tree break that goes right over it, and that was like right before we first went down, like started when we did the 10-day expedition there.
They're the only ones going in there too. They could be pissed at everybody else, like riding bike.
Absolutely. Well, I always think about the guy that drives down and mows, like he goes down with the mower.
Yeah.
I've always thought about. I was like, that guy has no care in the world.
Has no idea what's going on.
I hope he just puts on headphones and just fucking goes and just is like, if something he's had to have seen something.
Not necessarily, man. I mean, I think if anything, when he goes down there and does mow down the trail, the main trail, they probably just skitter off to the side and let him go do his job and get out of the way.
But this is also that site. One of the, I think we've talked about him, is he went way out. There's that primitive site at the end of the trail area.
Yeah.
That the Rangers had to go out and get him.
Yeah. Because the guy got he was
too hot.
He was surrounded, and he was talking about they were coming in. They were going to get him.
I mean, that's freaky. That's freaky.
So
we get the site for a day before, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to prime the site, or our guests going to show up the day of it, and we're not going to be there anymore.
That's how we become legendary.
Yeah. We showed up for this Bigfoot camp out, and the showrunners are just not there. They disappeared. The stuff
missing 111.
Oh god!
We saw limbs in the trees, but we didn't know.
That's something I've thought about. Is like we've been going there for years, right? And it, as we look at these creatures as like generational, I've been like, well, there's gonna be an aggressive one at one point.
At some point, you'd think there'd be a family member that doesn't like us, yeah.
Who's like, you know what? I think a little bit different than the rest of the unit. But I think it's gonna. I'm excited for it. Of course, I'm scared, but I think a part of me also is like, I gotta. kind of be running this event, and I'm like, I'm more like I want to go squatching. I want to, you know what I mean? Like, you know how I am when I'm like, are we going up the mountain? Can we go up do something? You know?
Yeah.
I want to get out there. I get that itch. I'm like, when I'm down there, I'm like, let's go do something. Take me out in the woods.
Take me to the quarry.
Yeah, take me to the quarry.
See, this is what I was texting you guys about earlier in the week, where it's like I feel like I'm going the opposite way. Where like Randy mentioned squatching from a car, and I'm like, as I get older, that sounds pretty cool. No ticks.
I can't embrace that kind of squatching.
I mean, you shouldn't. I'm just saying, like, that's me personally. I'm like,
you're like, I get it.
Yeah.
It was I was watching, I forget what Bigfoot. I think it was a Finding Bigfoot or something like that. One of the, I think I mentioned I was like binge watching a bunch of the old Bigfoot shows and stuff. But there was one, and they're like, we got a team and we're going out. And they're like, this is the area. And he's like, the main dude's like, all right, you guys are going to be going east up this side, and you're going to go hit these markers and do knocks and stuff. And you guys are going to go this way and do this. And then he goes, and I'm going to be 4 miles back at base camp with the radio. Like, I was like, that's going to be Houston.
Expedition Bigfoot?
I think so.
It sounds like Expedition Bigfoot.
The main dude is like, I'm going to be in the tent in safety with the vehicles 4 miles away from you. So just radio me if anything happens. Like,
hey, there's things I will do. Again, I will go tromping through the trees if I hear something. Like, I'm ready to run towards it, but not going in any caves. Like, again, it's like fishing for me too. Like, if we go out there, let's say I'm fishing and I don't get a bite within about 30 minutes, I'm ready to go to the house.
You're done. You're like, all right. I have so much footage of me and Randy sitting out in the woods with like the camera on us and just like waiting. And then just one of us goes, come on, you bastards. Like, do something.
I think some of that for me too is it has been years since I've heard any activity. So like, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, discouraged by it, where it's like, if something did happen, I'd be like, all right, let's go for a couple of days, you know, or whatever in a row. But like right now, I'm just bad luck or something.
I'm hoping because I don't get to go out as much, but like kind of when I come down, that like this camp out is like I've been storing up all that luck. like I'm gonna be throwing out the vibes of like, this is the time. I need my world rocked on this one.
All right, so that's actually something cool to bring up. Like, we now have like a annual hike the day after that we try to go after every con.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is, the last one was great. We just went up is it Cardwell. Seeing the mountain break away from it and all the massive vultures up there. Yeah, we have a tradition now. We go on a hike the day after the con, which I definitely feel it.
Oh God, no! Yeah, I'm exhausted that day, and we still go do it. It's kind of like part of the fun of it, though, is that
we get to go up there and be quiet.
I got to do this; they got to fucking do it too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like our tradition now. Is like we got to go up the mountain, one of the mountains nearby, and we're just like, I hope something happens. Just talking Bigfoot the whole weekend, you know. You're like, I got to go out there.
Yeah, you get pumped for it.
Yeah, I just love it. I also just love the wilds of Middle Tennessee. It's just gorgeous out there.
It is. It really is.
If you're coming to the convention and you're there a day early, just try to hit one of the state parks up. Go for a hike, man. It's otherworldly. It's otherworldly if you've never been down there.
Go ahead. The Apple Brandy Trail above Cumberland Caverns.
Yeah.
It's an easy trail.
Stunning view.
Yeah.
Do they still have that on like all trails and stuff?
I'm not sure if they do or not.
Because one of them they took out when the state bought it. It's the one that had the dole run. They took that off. But
no, the trail going from the Apple Brandy Trail. Okay, the Apple Brandy Trail is still owned by Cumberland Caverns, right? It's in Cumberland Caverns property. But the part of the trail that we take that takes us up on top of the mountain, all of that has been, to my knowledge, removed. So,
Josh, what do you
know what part of the trails you're going up on that side of the mountain? You won't find where you're going.
What day did you say you was coming in?
I'll be there.
13th, right?
Yeah, morning. Coming in. I got like an early flight. I'll be coming in.
Oh, okay.
I got like
When
a
are you?
good deal on a flight, man, for a round trip
Oh yeah, they're
to
cheap.
direct.
When you going back?
The 18th,
18th.
like
Yeah.
afternoon.
No, like I said, I told you guys I know I won't be able to do anything on the 17th,
Yeah.
but I probably could earlier.
We just change the date if we need to.
I mean, we don't. Y'all don't have to on my account. I'm just saying, like maybe we can separately do something.
Okay.
But
Okay,
yeah, a lot of
fine.
my dad's family is coming in that day.
We'll take them up. Let's take them on an
I'll,
encounter.
I'll tell you what we're doing later.
um, yeah, we've had just some of the ideas. I'll let you guys know some of the ideas we've had for the convention. As we brainstormed trying to come up with fun things for the convention was a marathon. It was like a 10K or something like that, or a 5K,
5K.
squatch run. Um,
Yeah, a marathon. That's a little bit much.
So I'm going in September. In September, with my dad. My dad's a marathon runner.
Oh, wow.
So he reached out to me because I've never gone and done a marathon. I am like a runner. I was a runner in high school. It's like that's my build. Um, he was like, "Hey, I got there's a Sasquatch like half marathon happening in Missouri." He's like, "Do you want to go with me?" And I was like, "Absolutely."
That's awesome.
So I'm
In
gonna go.
Missouri?
Yeah, it's in Missouri. I gotta get more details. It's in September. I'm gonna go to it. I kind of want to have a 40 in Tennessee T-shirt for the run to wear, like advertise.
I still think that would be a good idea to do that. It's just I think one of the main things for me is just like the heat in August.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I don't wanna be killing anybody. Some of the
I
other
think you did early in the morning, it wouldn't be too bad.
I mean, you'd have to. That'd be the only
yeah,
way
it
you
would
do
have
it.
to be you have to do it super early. Um, you'd want it to like the race to kind of end as we open the con.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of the
We'll be there to present and nothing else. That was another thing. And
it's
we
like
do
who's
have a
running this.
contact. We do have a contact that I think was going to take care of everything. It was just kind of slow to get to her. Like
Yeah.
I thought I had one, and then when I talked to her, she kind of directed me to somebody else, and just like trying to get everything. And again, in the middle of that, we're talking to the city, who's kind of like telling us, don't do too much. Like you can get too stretched out." And we're like, fair enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's us throwing ideas around. The car show one, which I loved.
Yep.
That we were gonna do like kind of a car show. We had the Bigfoot luau. That was gonna be
Yep.
a special extra event we were gonna add for like the night before. We were looking at doing this fun little like tiki bar, Sasquatch luau with like our guests, so you can get extra tickets to go to that. We looked at these aren't happening, just so people know. These aren't happening at this year's con. These are just
They
fun.
could if you guys like them.
Yeah, if you guys like them, let us know. There was what was it? Cool Rapids.
Smooth.
Rapids is the place. We were gonna do something with them. We wanted to do like maybe getting like an acoustic artist to come out and like do like a night of like drinks with the guests and listen to music and such.
Yep.
Kind of.
I reached out to them about even doing like a lantern tour because again, like the way our river runs through our town, they have so that whole restaurant, like they rent kayaks and you go like uptown, you put in there and you actually float to their restaurant. And you can even go past that and go into more to like Rock Island and stuff like that, or the BFW. And a lot of times people just make like that their dinner. They just stop there for lunch on the river, which is actually pretty awesome. Or like I said, you can get out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I have seen other definitely around Halloween, they have like haunted lantern tours, and it's people telling you stories and stuff like that. It's on the water at night. So I pitched that to them, but I think they were totally confused by the Bigfoot festival, kind of vibe that we have, that he was just like, I really don't know what we could do for each other. Like, I don't, like, give me some ideas. But then I never did hear from him. And like, he's a close friend too. So it's like, fun, man. Like,
collab with me.
yeah.
Me. I don't know.
I was like,
we'll mix it up. We'll come up. We got to refine some of these ideas, anyways.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There was
I feel like there's a lot that we just text each other, and then it's like
the
we laugh on.
it almost happened the first year, and I kept saying this is the only year we can do it. Was the first year was the cryptid burlesque show. And I'm so pissed that we never did it.
Look,
I was so upset. I was like, look, it's our first year. This is when we can get away with some stuff. Like, this is when we need to do it.
Yep. And we had an entire, I don't know if you know this or not, Houston, but we had like 9 women.
We had a
Yeah.
Like down. They're like, yes, I call Mothman. I called Enfield Horror.
Yeah.
Like they were calling what cryptids they were going to do with their burlesque material.
Like what made that decision though? Like we finally didn't you just say you was nervous about it or something?
About it being like the family aspect of this.
Yeah, no,
like,
for sure.
Like, that's probably not going to be very family friendly if, like, a lot of the older people that make up the base for Bigfoot them is showing up, and here's women getting sexy for them, and
Yeah, I forgot.
they may take that wrong.
Should have done.
And plus, where we did it, we really didn't have a place to do a stage to do it properly. Like where we have now,
Yeah.
we could do it now, but just in case, again, if people like that idea, burlesque, cryptid burlesque,
Yeah.
let us know.
That was
They have aerobics rooms that we could rent out specifically for.
we're gonna put lights in it and everything. It was gonna be a full show.
Yep.
That was the one I was like, yes, absolutely, we need to do this.
They ended up doing it at Conuga.
Conuga, yeah. They actually did the cryptid.
The girls liked the idea so much they did it at Conuga that year, the year after.
That would have been fun. Just a big old squatch coming out.
But I know the girl that the chick that she's brilliant. Like she was the one that came up with the idea, and we're still really good friends.
She was she was a vendor at our first year too.
Yeah, Alexis. Yeah.
Yeah, Alexis. Yep.
Yep.
She had the Goblin Market. The Goblin.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's Eel Goblin Market.
Yeah, Eel Goblin Market.
I don't know if you saw that email that we got sent the other day by the city, and they were asking for pictures that we took, and it was like we don't even have time to do that. Like Kayla had some that even before the guests came in, she was taking them of like Gage's vendor, just in the vendor hall and stuff. But like that's all we had.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need this year. We need to give someone a camera, and they need to go take pictures.
Yeah, take a ton of photos. I mean, I'll have my camera with me. I'm hoping to be able to get everything set up so that I can not be in the speaker room the whole time. Though a lot of them I stay in there just to hear it, to listen to. Gives me some good ideas.
Last year too, I didn't have Kayla to help me, which was the first year. It was crazy because like I did not tell her anything to say. It was just when people were coming in, she just had an awesome pitch, and like I just picked up on what she was saying and was like, "Oh yeah," and like went with stuff. But yeah, last year we didn't have her because we had how old was Indy at that point? Like Indy was at the first one.
Yeah,
like 8 months old.
I think that helps sell it too. She had Indy on her hip. She was like, "Look, we're doing this Bigfoot convention, just like sweet Southern lady." The baby on her hip, like, "Yeah, come on in. You want to see the vendor hall?" It's a good time.
She sold it, yeah.
Yeah. It worked out. We had a lot of people that were at the hotel like, "What's happening?"
Yeah. What?
I mean, because they're never going to hear it, man. The vendors that were behind us the first year, I think I even said, like, delete their email.
Yeah.
I don't want them to know that we're doing this again. Like, that lady was a monster.
She had a complaint about everything. Anything we did. Yeah. I picked up the pen with my left hand.
Yeah. She was not letting us live it down that was the first time we'd done that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can tell it's your first time.
Yeah. And she was being like, "Oh, honey, it's okay. I understand. This is the first time you're doing it." And it's like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah, I got no honeyed virus.
Like it was kind of fun. Like she said it where she thought she was funny, but no, it was just passive aggressive. And again, it was like probably 10 times that whole week where like, it's like, "Are you serious, lady?"
Yeah, you were getting, there was times you were
Oh, dude, it was
you're like,
pissing
I
me
gotta
off.
walk away.
Yeah.
One of the because I was in the speaker hall a lot, right? Um, the especially second year was there was a lot of people who came in and had notebooks and were in there for like taking notes on the presentations and stuff. Like,
Really?
yeah,
That's awesome.
there was like
I
quite
didn't
a
know
few
that.
people, like, yeah, like recording certain sections when it like certain topics came up, and like we're doing like their own field research at the convention.
I know there's a woman from NPR. She was in there in the speaker hall the entire day.
Was she?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know
yeah.
that.
She came and interviewed me there like for about
Oh yeah,
10 minutes.
yeah, you got interviewed.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, but she was from NPR.
I remember. I
He was
remember.
like completely surprised that there was anything like that in Tennessee.
Oh really?
So yeah, she didn't even know about it our first year, and
She coming this year?
I don't know. Probably, I hope so.
I hope so. It'd be awesome.
Well, were you talking about last year she was in there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Didn't we have somebody the first year? I knew about the one from last year. Didn't we have
first
somebody
year was
the first year?
Tennessean.
the
Okay,
Tennessean
yeah,
came.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
the one.
They came up to me. Someone's like, I got directed to you, your staff, for an interview, and I was like, oh, let me find you Randy. It's like, I'm not gonna be the one.
Quite a few times I was like, here's Randy. People coming up and be like, oh yeah, I heard this story, or like I
Yeah,
have this story. Who can I tell it to?
you did
And
that like
Randy's
twice
just
last year.
do
Yeah.
what?
I said you did that like twice last year.
Yeah.
I
That's why
had
again, like your role as the host and just like networking everybody, that's your like pro at that.
Specialty, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited. Counting down. When I bought the ticket the other day, my plane ticket, I was like, it's real. It's happening again.
It's soon.
It's coming again, and then it's gonna happen again. Excited. Excited.
I got two more questions, but one I specifically want to end with. So
Okay.
unless you guys got something else.
I think I'm gonna save the dinosaur story. Sorry, everyone, for the beginning of next episode. It's just funny. I just don't wanna. It's gonna take a bit.
Gotcha. The one I wanted to ask, and I want you to be cocky about this, specifically Randy. What do you think our con like has our con changed anything? Or what have we done that's actually made a difference in this whole sphere?
Oh my God, really?
I've named like you have named some to me, so like I can at least say one specifically to get you started. But
No,
it
I
is
know who you're talking about. I
no,
think.
no, no.
No,
Uh, you can mention that if you want to, but I know you're proud of the fact that like we were the first ones that Hellbent. Like you found them, you knew about them enough to be like, hey, we want them a part of this.
yeah, I
And I
think yeah.
think that was
We were their
the
first con. Yeah,
yeah.
yep. Um, I messaged him and was like, I'm like, and I told him I sounded arrogant, I'm sure, but I was like, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm like, you guys are like going to be huge,
Yeah.
and like if there's any chance at all that you guys would be interested in coming to the con, I would love to have you guys. And you see where they are, so
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing a lot of cons now.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
like they're going to be at Smoky Mountain Bigfoot conference next weekend, this weekend.
Yep.
So they've hit the big time.
Getting up there.
Yeah.
Was anyone else doing roundtables before us?
Usually they do roundtables. A lot of times at these conferences, like they'll do roundtables as its own little thing. So yeah, we weren't the first to do roundtables.
Okay. I thought you said like you'd seen it at comic conventions, but you
Well,
didn't see it in
the conventions, I didn't know if they did them at Bigfoot conventions, but apparently they did. They've been doing
Okay.
those for quite a while.
Yeah. Well, I was going to take credit for that. So
Nope, I don't think we are. Or we can.
anything else?
You want me to answer the? I don't know.
Yeah,
No.
sure. Like if any idea that you're just like, I think we actually have like made a difference in like our little.
I do think real quick. I do think that we run a experiencers con. Like
Yeah.
the people have been there, done that. They're not, although there are, obviously there are authors amongst them that have written books. They're not those kind of people, and I know that the Bigfoot community knows what I'm talking about. They're not those people that write the books and never actually go out and do anything. or have never actually experienced anything, as there's several people like that in the Bigfoot community that, to my knowledge, have never experienced anything themselves, which doesn't mean they're bad researchers or anything. I'm just that they're not speaking from that,
First-hand experience.
from that first-hand experience. And I think that's one thing I'm proud of that we've done, in that regard, is we're not using TV personalities and stuff like that to get people in.
Yeah, not yet.
Oh yeah.
Next year. Next year. What I think we've done, and now I haven't gone to I haven't been to a cryptid convention either, or a Bigfoot convention or anything like that, and they seem fun. I've seen like small like snippets of some other ones and stuff. I think me and Randy's time at Dragon Con and trying to bring that like con vibe to like a Bigfoot convention, where our first year we're like, hey, cosplay is welcome. Just trying to make the vendor hall, the environment, the atmosphere very fun and lighthearted, so it's get people more comfortable. Because I always say, whenever I go to Dragon Con, I'm not someone who like goes out and talks to a lot of people a lot, like I'm kind of intro extroverted type of person. But at Dragon Con, every year I make new friends that I'm there. Like I have lifelong friends that have legitimately like flown up to Massachusetts, not, like because especially in 2020 it happened when Dragon Con didn't happen. I had a bunch of friends that I only saw at Dragon Con. They all flew up here to do like a mini Dragon Con, so we saw each other. It's just like, and I want to. That was one thing I wanted to bring to the convention, was trying to get that aspect. So people meet each other, and like friendships happen, and cool collaborations happen, and make it that type of space too. Because that's one thing that the guests love, our special guests when they show up, is that they get to hang out with each other, and they get to talk shop and stuff. I feel so like privileged to be able to like chill out with them before the con and after the con, and just be part of those conversations, and like get kind of the inside drama or anything that's happening in the community from those guys. It's what's going on, the hot new what's happened news sighting, and they always, every time they show up, MK or Martin or Hellbent, they always have like, let me show you something, like check out this, no one's seen this yet.
Yeah, right. But like the posters that's one thing that is different about us too, is the VIP posters, like with everybody's signatures on it. I don't know of any other con doing anything like that, and that's straight up taken from Dragon Con.
Yeah.
So
we've definitely stolen a lot of ideas and stuff like that from Dragon Con. Like I've been like, one of the ideas I thought about was like, because art show, we do like the charity art, where all the artists would do kind of like, they give them like a challenge. Like one year they gave everyone like garden gnomes to paint, all the artists in the art show, and that's like the competition. But then those pieces get auctioned off for charity. And I was like, we need to figure out something like that at our convention that we do with the guests or something like that.
We've got a couple extra posters this year. We could auction off one of the posters, signed posters.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah. I'm hoping to not, like Randy said, he never wanted to have a stuffy conference. He wanted to be a con, a convention, not a conference.
Yeah.
I took it as a compliment last year to Jessie. She was talking, like she actually was apologizing to her group of followers, saying that, oh yeah, we were trying to do so many podcasts, but like we didn't have the time. So many people were coming up, sharing stories with us. Like it was just, they didn't get to do half of the things that they planned because they were so in the moment of, the crowd there. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of Hellbenders came last year.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll probably a lot come this year too.
Yo, I love it. They all come in. They get the Hellbent Holler shirts and stuff. You can see them. They got the merch and stuff. I love it.
You know exactly what tribe they belong to when you see them.
We had our first year. Remember, like we had 2 attendees show up like the last couple hours of the first day. Our
New Jersey.
And they like, we've been driving from Jersey the whole time. I was like, holy crap. It's like, dude, we got like 3 hours left in the convention. They're like, yeah, this is what we came here for.
Yeah. And they came to see Hellbent Holler, did they
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always crazy when they're like driving that far and you hear those stories where it's like, what?
I'm like, get in here. Come on. Like, get in the speaker hall. Go see the vendor hall. Go see. Yeah, no, I like, we have a bunch of people that have messaged us with their tickets that were like, I'm driving out from such and such. I'm driving in from here. I'm driving in from here. It's like, oh wow.
Yeah, I had somebody message me a couple of weeks ago. They're coming in from Orlando, Florida this year. So
that's awesome. Word's getting out. But it also scares me. Are we, as the years go by, how big is this thing gonna get? You know what I mean? Like, I'm always like, how big is this gonna get? How far are we going?
I'm of two minds. What was you gonna say, Randy?
So let's see how it goes this year.
Yeah, I'm in
that it's getting close panicky stage.
Yeah, that was going to lead to my last point, but like I'm of two minds where it's like I like how we are still kind of close to where we live, where we go out, our research areas, and then there's also that thing of like, dude, if we put this in the middle of Nashville, what would happen?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's terrifying, but that's also 5-10 years from now.
Yeah, but that's the goal. That's the goal, is to get it to like a full weekend at like the Gaylord Opry.
Yeah,
put it in Franklin.
Yes,
it's 20 miles south of Nashville, and it's full of nothing but celebrities now.
But they're all country singers, yeah, pretty much.
Live music. Look.
So, last point. That feeling after it's done and we like accomplish this and everything, like, how amazing is that?
The chase. Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Have you ever been addicted to drugs? But I feel like it's probably what it feels like.
It, like I said, I remember the first year when we got in the car and we're like, we had finished packing up, and it was me, Randy, and Catman in the vehicle, and we all got like piled in there with the last bit of stuff. And I remember sitting in the parking lot and we were staring at Montgomery Bell, and we pulled away, and I was like, holy shit, it happened.
Like you did this.
We did it. Like, and it same happened last year too, when it was all done and we had finished packing up the tables in the vendor hall and put away stuff, and we were like,
I think I actually felt it more last year than I did the first year, because like it was almost like we were doing it all over again. You know what I mean? Because it's a bigger venue, and
there was so much changes that it felt new again.
Yeah,
and it was bigger again. Like we really believed that. We didn't know going in, did we make all the right decisions by changing all of this stuff? That we did have this success. So it's like what builds up is this stress of like where we have been doing this for 9 months plus, and we're watching the ticket sales, every single email, like, oh, is this going to happen? Is this, work financially? And is everybody going to like it? And so it's like all of this stress. And then for me, it's hearing everybody come to us and be like, oh, that was cool. We like this part. And I remember the compliments that we get. Like, I remember someone telling Randy that, oh, what sets you guys apart is not just Bigfoot, it's cryptid. That you actually had the cryptid part of the convention. And I remember somebody telling Randy where it's like, oh, guys, if you just broke even on your first convention, this is a success. Like, I remember these specific comments that were said to us because, again, it's such like a...
Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah. And again, like you said, people were talking about the first year, oh, we love the venue, we love this. And these are people that, some of them, it was their first. And then others, like we had Ron Moorhead, how many conventions did this guy went to?
Yeah.
And he was pleased with everything.
Yeah, he actually said that we were one of his favorite ones for the year that he went to.
And so again, going into the second year, we're changing all of this. And we're having those same nerves. We have, I think, spent more money at this point up front. And so the day before, we're like, who knows if this is even going to pan out? And then when it does, there's just this, again, like the euphoria of like, holy crap. Like, we are literally doing something that maybe a couple hundred people in the world get to do.
Yeah.
Like, how many people get to throw a successful convention?
Yeah. No, yep. It's the same feelings like back in the day whenever we were doing events, when I was doing events, and like we did it. Honestly, it's not the same. When we did it, we did a regional event that was like multiple chapters, and we all had to like bring our A game. When that was over, it felt kind of like it does when we finished the con, because it's like it was this giant team effort, and like holy shit, we all managed to pull this off.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like how the hell do we do it? And it's just like
Yeah.
it felt like magic. Yeah.
Whereas when it was one of my events, if it messed up, that was on me. It was always going to be on me. So like it wasn't as big a team effort as in a lot of ways. I mean, it was a team effort, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't how to put it. It wasn't a bunch of type A personalities all trying to make the same machine work.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a very like cohesive like one vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get I don't know, it feels so, I feel very accomplished when the con wraps up, of like, because you get, like you're saying, all those compliments and stuff, and like seeing the messages and seeing people post about it afterwards on Facebook, and it just feels good that it's like, oh, people came out and had a great time. They enjoyed their day. They were able to experience stuff, get to talk to some people they've always wanted to talk to. And it was kind of part of the reason why we did the convention was, well, this is the only way we're going to be able to talk to all these people, like one-on-one, was like, if we just get them all together. It was kind of, we wanted to talk to these people too.
I actually saw where someone posted under one of our advertisements, and they said, it's that time again, can't wait. And I was just like, hell yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know who this person is, but thank you.
I want that. I want the convention to be something that people are like, cool, next year that's the one of the trips I'm doing next year, is like I'm going to the con. Kind of how I was with Dragon Con when I first went. I went, geez, I did 10 years in a row. I have like my 10-year badge and stuff they give you and stuff like that type of thing, for being like, you've come 10 years in a row to this convention. I'd love for our convention to get to that point. It doesn't have to be massive, but having like a consistent people that want to come every year, of like, this is like my part of my vacation I do, or this is something I always plan for. It's my fun little, or even like a group of guys are like, oh, this is our thing we do every year. We go out to the convention. That's what I'm waiting for to, like, I think it's getting there when, like you said, the people posting like, it's that time of year again. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. Good feeling.
It is.
And everyone there.
The entire thing that drives this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It feels good. And everyone's, I have a great time. I love talking to all the attendees. They all, getting a lot of people come up and want to talk to me about, different encounters they've had coming up to the table. Yeah. I look forward to it.
I do too.
Lots of stories. But August 16th this year, guys. So it's coming up quick. And tickets on Eventbrite. I'm not going to get too many details. You just heard a whole podcast about it. But yeah, I hope to see you guys there. What's up?
I said, that being said, if you have ideas of stuff, like, we can do all kinds of different stuff in the future.
Guest suggestions.
Yeah, definitely guest suggestions.
If you got good ones, if you're like, yo, there's some up and comers or something like that, check out these guys. It would be great if we could get them there. Just shoot them our way through the 40 in Tennessee email. Shoot them over to us, like con suggestion in the subject line.
Yeah,
we'd love to hear some ideas from the community. Be like, I'd love to see this, or I'd love that. Email us and be like, you should have done the burlesque show. But yeah, that's it for this week.
A turtle man.
Yeah.
He's always the one.
Yeah. That's it for this week, and we'll see you guys next week. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we'll talk about more stuff, more fun stuff, as we get ready for this convention. See you guys.
Definitely. Later.